If you've ever struggled with getting people to buy your service, then you are in the right place because today we are going to discuss the core principles of influence. And stick around until the end where I'll share with you the number one thing that you can do right away to start improving your marketing strategy and grow your online influence. Today, we're going to discuss the 9 mental triggers of marketing. Now, this was first coined from a guy named Jeff Walker. He is the author of a book called The Product Launch Formula. This is the first book that kind of started it all for me for online marketing. After I read his book, it was kind of like entering a new world. So I always go back to the principles that I learned in this book because they are just so fundamental to online marketing. So today I'm really excited to share these principles with you because it is still something that I use with my clients in my business till this day, and I don't think they're going away. So if we haven't met before, hello, my name is Alina Bonn. I'm a content marketer and creator of the Effortless Engine. We help authors and speakers to build their online authority. Now, before we get into things, I just want to say thank you for listening so much. I know if you're listening, either you're a client of mine or a friend of mine, and I just appreciate the time that you're taking to listen here. So, all that being said, let's get started. So, the first mental trigger is authority. Why should people listen to you? What credentials do you have? What experience do you have? What results have you gotten people? In 1 or 2 sentences, how can you briefly explain your credentials to someone so that they can start trusting you sooner? That's mental trigger number 1. Number 2, reciprocity. Think of it this way: the more you give, the more you receive. And that is true in a lot of different aspects of life, but especially business. The more content you give, the more good that's going to come back to you. Now, this is an interesting question because I have a lot of clients who say, we are working in the knowledge industry. What we sell is our solutions, in the form of books, courses, strategy sessions, and all that. So they're really afraid of giving away too much, and they don't want to cross that line. And you shouldn't be afraid of giving away too much because the more you give, the more you're going to get. And that will play out in different ways for different people. But if you're ever worried about giving away too much, I used to be afraid of giving away too much, but now I have multiple examples of times where I've just given and given to serve my clients and my partners and all that. And it's only come back to me in so many better ways than I could have anticipated. So I'd encourage you to give more than you even think. Now, the next one, the third mental trigger is trust. Now, trust goes back to the authority factor. People will start to trust you when you can empathize with them so that they know that you care about them and the problems that they're going through and that you're the right person to look to. And then when you add your authority and your credentials to it, that's the perfect combo of building trust, especially online when you're communicating with people through the camera and you can't be there in person to make a better connection. And another thing about building trust online is when you show up on video. I know a lot of people don't like to do it, but I'm telling you, if you want to grow your business faster online, get on video because the moment that you can connect with somebody's eyes, that is helping to build trust as well. And especially if you're selling something that people can buy all over the world, you have to get on video. And I can attest to that because I've only done a few videos myself, but I'm telling you, doing video marketing is just, it's going to grow your business very fast. Now, let's move on to the next one. We're on mental trigger number 4, and that is anticipation. Has anyone ever told you that they're going to ask you out on a fun date, or your friend's going to plan a party for you, or somebody's just going to do something fun for you, but they're not going to tell you what? It might be a bit of a surprise. And what does it do? It triggers your curiosity, doesn't it? It makes you more curious. It makes you top of mind. It makes you think, I wonder what they're going to do. And you know what, when they tell me, I really want to know. So anticipation is key for when you're selling things, especially when you're launching anything new. So this can be used when you're launching new services or new products, especially particularly for product launches. Okay, time for mental trigger number 5, and that is likability. People want to do business that they know, like, and trust. So, first of all, do people know you? Do you have an online presence? Do people know what you sell? Do people know what you do? Are you giving them a lot of value? Is your business established online? Now, number 2, do people like you? And I'm sure plenty of people like you. And when you start putting yourself out there online, not everyone's going to like you. In fact, you might have a lot of people borderline hate you. I mean, hate's a very strong word, but you get the idea. But bottom line, it doesn't matter because you're here to serve your ideal clients, right? So that requires you to make yourself known online. And so they say if you haven't made an enemy by noon, then you aren't really promoting enough. And I don't really believe in making enemies, but again, you get the point. And so, again, the likability factor, do people know, like, and trust you? So make sure that you're being present online. People can find your services. You're adding a lot of value so people can trust you. Now, number 6, events and rituals. People want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, right? And so, how can you interact with them? And I think, especially since COVID, we have realized that technology can help us connect and learn and grow with people from all over the world, which is just incredible. It's just such an advantage that we have, but how can you take it one step further and build that authentic connection that people are craving? And what I was saying is that I think COVID has just really emphasized this need that you can stick us behind a computer screen for almost a year, but people are going to start going nuts. So what kind of human interaction can you create for your clients? They want to get to know you more. They want to interact with you, but they also want to get to know, maybe your other clients and who else is like-minded with them and who's going through what they're going through. Which brings us to the next trigger, number 7, which is community, right? When you start having events like that, you're going to be building a community. And I recall in one session with a client, I was saying, your business is offering courses, coaching, and community. And that's how you're serving your audience. So you have the courses prepared, you're putting this group of people together, you're building community, and you're helping them get to their desired results. So you see how community can really help your business, because now all of a sudden it's not transactional. It's so much more than that. It's where people show up to connect and learn and grow with each other. Now, mental trigger number 8 is scarcity. People want what is rare. When products and services are more scarce, their value is more in demand. People don't want what everyone else can get. They want something that is of high value and that makes them feel special and unique. And when you are filling up your time or your courses are running out, whatever it is, make sure that you incorporate scarcity into your sales strategy, and don't be deceiving about it. Don't lie to people. That's never okay, but it is true. I mean, your resources are limited. So if there is a scarcity aspect, make sure people know, because that makes people act faster. So mental trigger number 9 is social proof. You can also think of it this way as testimonials. So, okay, we've built up this amazing online presence. We have this amazing founder talking about their service, and we've gone through all the other triggers. And why should we believe them? You know, they say that social proof might actually be the strongest trigger for most people when they're purchasing services. So, testimonials are very important for your business. And I do have a good template on how to craft the best testimonial for your services. I'll probably do another video about that, but you need to make sure that when people are going through your services, you're retaining the new clients, you're delivering good service, you need to collect testimonials from those who are willing. And if you've delivered good service, people are most happy to do so in most cases. So the worst that could happen is that they say no. And so that wraps up today's video where we talked about the 9 mental triggers of marketing and influence. And I'll run through the list for you real quickly again. It's authority, reciprocity, trust, anticipation, likability, events and rituals, community, scarcity, and social proof. There you have it. Write that down. I actually keep that on a sticky note above my desk because I refer to it whether I'm writing blogs, I'm crafting a sales pitch, I'm I'm making a presentation. Those are just triggers of, how are we using these factors so that people are going to listen to me and like what I'm saying and then actually do what I'm asking them to do. Refer back to that list when you're making your materials, and I promise you it's really going to improve your marketing. So the number one thing that you can start doing today to grow your influence online and improve your marketing strategy is to start thinking about who you're going to collect more testimonials for. This will start to improve your social proof you have online. And while you're thinking about the other aspects, you can start creating those conversations with your clients and your customers who you could reach out to so you can start having that content to use when you're ready to publish it. So that is the number one action you can take right now. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked this video and you're listening on YouTube, please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel. Or if you're listening on one of the podcast platforms, thank you for listening. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave a message in the comments, or you can visit effortlessengine.com to reach out to me. Thanks again.